today. On the other side, North Alabama lines it up without one notable player. Izzy Gurney is out. She got a red card the other night. She has to sit this ball game out, starting in her place, Kira Schuster. Amy, let's get your keys to the game. Amy's answers brought to you by Sing River Brewing Company and their new brew, Golden Maine. Jacksonville State has the first touch. How will these two teams find success this afternoon?
So as you can see, what I need to see from Jacksonville is they've got to finish their chances. They've just started to find that form of finding the back of the net, but they've been shut out a lot too. So against this good defense, they might not have a lot of chances, so they're going to have to find the back of the net on the few that they get. As for that, they need to stay concentrated at the back. When UNA push forward, they're going to have to communicate and cut out any opportunities from the Lions. And then lots of off-the-ball movement to create space and make it hard to be marked.
Peyton Yates, our first look at UNA's goalkeeper. She's tied the school record with 8 shutouts in a season. One more shutout would give her sole possession of the clean sheet record. That's a pretty big deal for a goalkeeper.
Right, Ben, it is. And then, you know, UNA, as we talk about them, what I'm looking for from them is lots of shots like Thursday. Challenge that goalkeeper. The more you challenge her, something's going to get by. High intensity like they did on Thursday night. You know, no time on the ball for JSU. Close them down quick and then win everything in the midfield the way they did so they can control the game.
North Alabama had gone through a streak of nothing but draws and losses in conference play, and some of those matches were still pretty tight. Then hosting a Kennesaw State team that had reached the ASUN finals each of the last 3 seasons. The Lions were super aggressive, Amy, as you just mentioned, out-shooting Kennesaw State 21-8 in the match.
It was such an exciting game to watch. It just felt like there was shots going in at every angle, every opportunity. So lots of fun to watch from the sideline. I think we were in and ahhing all the way through it just because some of those shots were so close. You know, just going over, just around the side. So definitely fun to watch, and they managed to get 3 in the back of the net.
North Alabama is 2-1 all-time against Jacksonville State. The Lions won the first match 1-0 in Jacksonville in 2018. That was North Alabama's first year at the Division I level. UNA then down JSU 3-0 in Florence in 2019, and JSU won 1-0 a season ago in Jacksonville.
Ben, I like the difference in the kits today. It looks good out there, that red and white just opposing.
In distinct numbers.
Yes, that helps us over here trying to figure out who we're talking about.
North Alabama during that slow stretch had scored just 4 goals in those 8 matches, going 0-6-2. So they almost equaled that total with 3 against Kennesaw State on Thursday. Here's Hope Lansing trying to start something.
Yeah, they played a slightly different formation, but it really did work for them. Plus, you know, obviously the girls have got to step up and play it, and they did that really well. They were getting the fullbacks involved a lot, as you can see on our side of the screen. Guthrie starting to make that run and trying to find space on this near side to us.
Through ball to Olivia Anderson. She was sharp on Thursday.
Oh, she was great.
1 goal and 2 assists.
Right, and I think another couple of shots. She just got that fancy footwork, and she got to look up, and her strike was really good.
Elena Watts, a little too high on that one.
That's the next one I'm looking for a goal from. You know, she works hard too, really strong player, great footwork. The ball just seems to stick to her when she's running through players. Lots of talent out there, so the goals can come from anywhere, and that's always important.
Speaking with Chris Walker after that match, he really highlighted the play of Hannah Guthrie and Malin Anderson in the way they pressed forward. Here's Watts with a breakaway.
That's
Tries
a good
to
ball.
send it through. There's Anderson on the other end. And again, North Alabama a little too strong on the strike.
It was a great link up between the pair, though, and a good ball in. You know, that second 6-yard box. Anderson just got underneath the ball, and that's what sent it over the top. But a nice first look for the Lions.
Almost like Thursday night for North Alabama. A lot of early aggression offensively.
Yeah, you got to come out like that, and especially if you can get a couple of early goals, just knock the confidence of the other team. You always want to make your first few challenges count and make those first few minutes get a hold of the ball.
Nice step through by Brianna Eads. the senior veteran for Jacksonville State.
Ben, you were talking about Guthrie and Anderson. They really did work really hard, and some excellent plays from them. When you come running as a fullback, you know, communicating with your defence that you're going forward, but then getting forward and finding space, it's hard to mark because they're running off the ball, so there's nobody, you know, tracking them that whole length of the field. And they really got involved and put some good crosses in and gave the Lions more options in the middle because they didn't have to pull one of those forwards out to be making the crosses.
Anderson and Linsing try the two-man game. Again, Eads is there. Her 60th career game started at Jacksonville State.
Some nice work linking up there from JSU.
Allie Thomas looks to get things going. The Gamecocks have been shut out 9 times in 13 matches, but they've been tight. 1-0 loss to Kennesaw State and Liberty. North Florida as well, 1-0. Here's an opportunity here. Room to run.
Yeah, found that space just in behind the defense.
Out wide, and it's punched away by Malin Anderson. Spray tries to work it. Amy, how big of a loss will it be without Izzy Gurney for North Alabama?
I'm really sad for Izzy Gurney today, honestly. I guess I weren't aware that she had to sit out a game. It makes sense, that's how they do it, but it was sad to see her sitting on the side, not even being able to sit with her players.
Bussy with a strike.
Woo!
Too much thump.
We don't usually see her sky it from there. Again, just under the ball, but great opportunity. She's usually got that one right in the back of the net. And that's a JSU probably feeling a little look after that. But yeah, it's hard to see her sit because she's been gaining so much momentum, playing really, really well, really elevating her game and the rest of the team's game, because when she's on there, she's in that central spot, not only winning balls, but spraying some lovely passes. And you saw when the game started, I don't know if you saw it, but Hannah Guthrie came over and kind of gave her the hearts, the thumbs up. You know, her teammate would love to have her out there. It's different when you lose a player to injury, but you know, to lose one to a red card that was, in my opinion, questionable, it's hard. But the Lions will step up there today and play hard for her, and she'll be back with them soon.
And right now, Anderson crouched down. I'm not sure if that ball caught her on the ricochet. The UNA soccer team, before this match started, sprinted over to the sideline with a birthday greeting for UNA President Dr. Ken Kitts. Happy birthday, Dr. Kitts, in attendance with his wife, Dina. Serenaded him with happy birthday, gave him a birthday card as well. Now you know they want to give them the ultimate birthday present, a win. Anderson up. Chris Walker's really highlighted Anderson, a junior. She has started every match this season. Had started just 4 her prior 3 seasons. Probably a testament, Amy, to getting a full off season.
Yeah, COVID just changed. Well, it changed the world, but it changed a lot in the sporting world. You know, playing in a different season and not having that whole off season to prepare and get yourself physically fit, and then, you know, time with your team. So this is like that first real season for them all to have had that and play together. And we've seen quite a few players step up and do have their best season that I've seen them play at UNA so far.
Those players arrived in the fall, did not play, went through their spring season, got about 3 months off for summer, and then reported for fall camp. No real time to hit the weight room, to train, to get those spring games in.
Right, and you got to be really, you know, committed and motivated to work yourself through the summer. And it's different just running, you know, not getting that, like you say, that game match fitness and touches on the ball with your teammates. This could be a good look.
Guthrie sprints in. Eads battles. Guthrie had a strike, didn't get a clean look at it.
No, just kind of come off a boot, but she was there and she just hunted it down right to the last minute. That ball was bouncing way too much for my liking. JSU needed to get that cleared. I know they were trying not to give a corner and trying to let the goalie get it, but that was close. I'm sure Guthrie felt it too.
Amy, as you like to call it, I believe, a lot of head tennis.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a fun game too. Oh,
tough tumble right here for Romano.
Yeah, just took her eye off the ball a little, got it caught under the studs.
Tell you what a wonderful day for soccer, about 67 degrees.
That's a pretty ball, Ben. If it's either letting it bounce again, they got to really pressure them.
Lincing from way outside.
She won't be happy.
Strength.
Yeah, she won't be happy with that strike, but she was in the right place. Don't look like they want to head it, so they maybe don't want to play the head tennis game. So I really need to see those forwards pressuring them, making them make the mistake and be first to that ball, and that's a really dangerous area not to win it for JSU.
So it's 67 and breezy. The sun's beaming with blue skies. When the wind is not blowing, it's pretty toasty. You get pretty hot. Yeah. And then the wind starts blowing, and you get cold.
We're under a tent, so we've got a little bit of shade, but out there in the sun, it's probably a little warmer. But it's a really nice day for a football match.
And right now, North Alabama would appear. I think the Lions might be having to remove Malin Anderson. Anderson comes off. In comes Charlotte Kellett.
We've seen Kellett come on and make, almost immediate impact in a couple of games. So she needs to take this chance to find herself on the field and make herself known.
Right on cue, there goes the breeze and my papers. Here we go, the Gamecocks send it away. They'll tend to Anderson over on the sideline.
Good first ball won by Schuster.
Nearly kept in by Romano. Throw in for Guthrie. Amy, that's your ball.
That's mine. I got it. I was almost not paying attention to it. I was watching the match.
For North Alabama, the Lions need to string some wins together down the stretch. Trying to sneak into that ASUN tournament.
So far, watching the first touch and some of the decision-making from JSU, this could be a game. If the Lions can get hold of it and keep getting those positive forward attacks here and I think shooting at the goalie, challenging her, I think this could be a game that if they get a hold of it, they could definitely run this game almost like they did on Thursday.
North Alabama absolutely peppered Kennesaw State with some shots.
They did, and the goalie, she wasn't that she was a poor goalkeeper at all. She's a good goalie on Thursday night. But with that many shots coming at you on target, something's got to give.
Guthrie on the throw-in. Bussey out wide, sends it across. On the other end, Kate Weissman has a shot to come away with it.
That was great. I like to see that throw-in from Guthrie. She's looking for that space towards the dead ball line because, one, you're not offside on the throw-in, and then, two, if you can catch it and keep it in, you can get that cross either right across the goal or take it to the byline and pull it back. Again, keeping all your players on side and letting them run forward onto it. Just no one there for that finishing touch.
Here's Kylie Wells. The Gamecocks look for the flip. Mahia spins around Guthrie. Olivia Anderson takes a tumble. Again, chatting with Chris Walker post-match Thursday. Hey, who stood out? And he obviously recognized Alice Bussey and her 2 goals, but he said a real difference maker was Olivia Anderson.
Absolutely. A lot of the time the goal scorer, gets the player of the game because that's what people remember is who put it in the back of the net. But for me watching, I was glad you gave honourable mention to Olivia Anderson because she worked really hard, had great footwork, got the assist. And then Again, we talked about the fullbacks going forward, but the whole team had a really good game, all winning their individual battles and doing what they needed to, because if you don't have that and you can't get it to Alice Bussey, then she don't get the shots off.
And here's the first corner try for North Alabama. And Izzy Gurney has been the corner target. She scored 4 goals this season. I believe 3 of the 4 own corner kicks. And, of course, she's out. Here's Weissman to take it.
You got Linsing and Schuster up there. They can get up well.
High lofted ball. Sails past everybody. Ebert and Linsing were on the back end. Look at the quick flip from the Gamecocks.
Just kind of cut her own play off.
There's Charlotte Kellett,
who's playing in a different role. You know, they'd left her in Anderson's position.
Kate Weissman tries to send it away.
Bill Treems trying to get a hold of the ball and get some passes started. Nice turn there from Linsing. And there's that run on the wing here.
Hannah Guthrie.
Great pass.
Through to Bussey. Alice Bussey called offside.
Oh, man. I didn't have the same angle as he did, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But that was a really nice look because Bussey was in on goal there if she weren't offside, and I was ready for her to strike across the goalkeeper into the far side.
A nice defensive jump from Brianna Eads.
Yeah, something we're used to seeing UNA do is catch their opponents offside a lot. We don't see UNA be caught offside quite as much.
The return volley. Linsing and Schuster control it for North Alabama. Mahia. And it's dropped back to Peyton Yates.
Yeah, good use of the goalkeeper there. Just couldn't get a hold of the ball. She had a player out wide.
Anderson goes to work. Look at the speed from the freshman. And she's quickly collapsed on. Brooklyn's still there defending.
Very good defending from Steele. When you've got someone running at you with the fast feet like that, you're not sure they know what they're going to do next, so you don't. So you've really got to pay attention to the ball and be patient, and Steele did a nice job to take that from Anderson.
Good run from Jacksonville State, and the Gamecocks get their first corner.
And that's the same defending we just saw at the other end, just holding her up. The Gamecocks come away with a corner, but some good defending to keep her out wide.
That was the veteran Allie Thomas starting the run. Let's see what the Gamecocks do here.
Lions got to be first to this if they want to get it cleared out.
Sent in, headed away by Schuster.
Now the second ball closing down. Gamecocks still got it.
And Benoit can't make a play.
A wasted look there for JSU. They looked like they were about to start the counter-attack, and then just a poor touch. Good header.
Linsing goes to work. And a nice stab there by Romano again.
Yeah, Linsing almost got it through. Good work from Watts.
Watts goes to work. Anderson, the playmaker. I think she wanted to thread that through.
And Wiseman just having to stay on side.
Bussey wanted to launch from outside, and that pinball's around.
You're trying to keep that one down and get it on target, and just as it bounced up, she just hit it on the way up, and a bit of a missed time volley.
Bussey to Schuster. Schuster plays through to Weissman. Weissman sprinting in, but the goalkeeper, Bailey Dean, races out. Kylie Wells looks to turn. A run from Lantoon.
So far, it's a different pace than Thursday night. I don't know if that's, it's the daytime. It's a little warmer out there. JSU is not playing the same intensity that I feel like that Kennesaw did, and it seems like UNA have just kind of slowed down to that. I'd love to see UNA kind of pick that pace up and really take it to JSU.
Bailey Eads checks in. And the Eads sisters are out on the pitch together. Bailey, a true freshman, playing in her 8th career game. Big sister Brianna.
There's so many sister teams in these playing college ball. It's really great to see that not just one, of your siblings can get into college and play at this level, but both of them. It's pretty fun. Ben, in England, we've actually got there's a brother and sister who've both made it onto the national team, which I think that's the first time that's ever happened. That's fun to see too. So a family very full of athletes there, having 2 players to play at the national level. Don't know if I should bring it up. It might be a sore spot, but England did beat the USA 2-1 just yesterday or the day before in a friendly.
Linsing looks to run.
Oh.
Put a charge into that one. I talked to Chris Walker about that. I said, hey, is your team interested in that match on Friday? And he said, oh, yeah, very. They're mad that we're practicing at that time. Not sure if he rearranged practice.
I didn't get to watch it myself, so I was watching for the score line. It was nice to see that England got the win over the US, because the US has always traditionally been very, very good with their national side. So great to see England with keeping that run of form going.
Kellett turns. There's Peyton Yates.
Good communication from her coming out nice and loud. Let Kellett know because she had her back turned. That's that great communication from the goalie and the defender.
Eads has Bussey on her back, drops it back. Jacksonville State left Jacksonville, Alabama on Wednesday. They traveled to Conway, Arkansas, played on Thursday. Spent the night there on Friday, bused to Florence, Alabama. Practiced Friday, Saturday, playing Sunday. They'll go home after this match.
Ball went all the way back to the corner flag.
It's about 4.5 hours from Conway to Florence. Then the flip side from Jacksonville, Alabama, which is roughly 2:20, 2 hours, 20 minutes. From Jacksonville to Conway, it's a long haul. It's close to 7 hours.
Wow. You know when it feels even longer to drive to Conway? When you're in one of those tiny passenger buses and you're all squished in, because that's how we used to ride. We got to know each other well.
Bussey at midfield, room to turn.
JSU doing a good job holding the line to make sure the Lions stay on side.
Look at all the Gamecocks.
Yeah, lots of red shirts back behind the ball. That's some good defending. If the ref would get out of the way, Kate Wiseman might shoot.
Weissman tries to thread it through to Guthrie, and she's called off sides.
So another team, taking the advantage of using these officials, having the 3 and having them right in line with the ball. Just got to curve your run a little bit sometimes so you can stay in line. But another team going to try and match UNA for as many as they catch offside.
When you look, both teams have veteran defenders on the back end.
Right, and it's definitely something they must practice, come from, the coach making them sure you've got to be a unit to be able to do that. Excuse me.
Romano takes the throw in.
Good pressure there from Wiseman and Linsing. Like now so if they don't do that early pass, the forwards that have moved forward have to rearrange their run and kind of make another run. Sometimes you can have players come through the middle because they're on side to run onto those balls. But just another way to stay on side and try and beat that offside trap.
Linsing sandwich. Look at the great hustle from Mahia. There she is again. Scoreless here in Florence, Alabama. Taken away by Morgan Ebert. Tell you what, Morgan Ebert, probably the only stat that shows up for her in the box score is minutes played, but she does a lot of the nitty-gritty work for UNA.
Yeah, and that's the times that you might not always see you look at her stats and you don't know how much of an impact she's had. But anybody that has watched her play can attest to she's been a fantastic teammate and player. She puts her body in the way of things. She goes hard every game. She reads the game well. She's absolute leader. Definitely someone you would enjoy playing with.
Schuster goes down, a foul against Allie Thomas. Let's hope Linsing's set for the free kick. Excuse me, Grace Linsing. That's the first time I've slipped up on the Linsing sisters. Grace sends it away, just past Hope.
Good run from Guthrie, giving another option.
Watts from way outside, and a low save for the freshman keeper, Bailey Dean.
High pressure here could keep the Gamecocks in their own half.
Bussey gets possession back. Bussey works out wide to Watts. Watts resets, trying to fire with the left foot. Romano absorbed that one.
Lions doing well just to keep them playing backwards. Just off the shin there of Linsing.
6 shots for North Alabama. None for Jacksonville State. Just 2 on goal for UNA, 2 saves for Bailey Dean.
Nice eyes there from Charlotte Kellett, watching the ball, didn't fall for the shimmy.
Bussey launches from way outside. A nice flash of the mitts from Bailey Dean.
It was a good strike. Dean watched it all the way into gloves. Didn't challenge her, but a nice early shot from Bussey.
Alice Bussey can get some shots off. Second in the ASUN in shots, tied for second in goals. It's probably a good ratio.
The ref, I really feel like he wants to be involved in the action today.
Kylie Wells loses that one. Peyton Yates, she's got a impressive goalkeeping resume. Here she is, a run from Allie Thomas.
This
out
is a
wide.
good look here.
Bogozzi pumps the brakes, sends it through. There's a shot that's deflected.
Guthrie will have to deal with that one. It had backspin on, so wasn't going to go out. So Watts, she tried to take that ball down on her chest here in other side of the halfway line and just went right back at her own team. Good work from Anderson there.
Olivia Anderson. She's been a difference maker on the offensive end. There she is on the other side. The ball headed by Eads, who takes a tumble. Good opportunity for Jacksonville State right here.
You don't want to give up those. You just kind of ran into the back of her.
Trio of subs set to come in. Good strong ball in, headed once. Second ball, still loose. Ebert able to play the deflection.
There's a better clearance. Again, just lacking that first touch at the back there. UNA will take advantage of that and get themselves a throw in. Just give them time to push out.
Kimberly McPherson checks in for Jacksonville State, as does Lauren Hooten. And for North Alabama, Catherine LaRoche. Breather for Hope Linsing. Weissman trying to run. Here's McPherson, who just checked in. Weissman goes down. Look at McPherson making her presence felt early. Trying to direct traffic. Yates with some trouble.
She did good. Stay calm there. Just take it back into her area so she could pick it up.
We approach the final third of this opening half. Neither team has scored. North Alabama out shooting Jacksonville State 7-1. 3 saves by Bailey Dean in net for the Gamecocks. Here's Bussey. Let's see here. That's a corner opportunity for North Alabama. This will be the second.
The Lions would love to get a goal here with just 15 minutes left in the first half. And the Lions have got Guthrie and Kellett back just for anything that gets cleared out.
Weissman's cross.
It's a good ball in.
Headed away. Believe that was Bagazi.
Lions got to get back on side.
Bussey again sandwiched. Taken away by Bailey Eads.
Well done from Bailey Eads. She took that ball well. JSU just going back, not real fast on the counter attack. They could have caught the Lions out there as they were, trying to get back the shape.
Watts with a run. Working for the corner.
She did a good job, turned her in knots and got herself a corner.
They award a goal kick.
Oh. Well, she still did a good job turning her inside out over there.
I believe again that was Bagozi defending.
And we've got number 13, Romano. I think her cleats have fallen apart. You've got to go get a new pair of cleats.
She'll head to pit road. She'll take 2 tires.
I will say I played a game with mine, not duct tape, but electrical tape together too. The ground here was so dry at Chisholm, where we used to play. It would just eat your boots up. I did have to buy a couple of pair.
Naomi Sadler checks in. Talladega was last weekend.
Now, Ben, I know we run around a lot, but not in circles quite as much on the football pitch. There's a little bit more finesse to it.
Weissman goes down. Chance for North Alabama to start the attack. Chris Walker, his 10th season at North Alabama. Spent half of that time leading the Lions, the Division II level, or had some success in the Gulf South Conference, couple of championships.
It's a nice ball in, high.
Lansing high ball. Spent the last 5 years leading the charge to Division I, an appearance in the ASUN Tournament Championship in year 1. The Lions entered that tournament as the 6th seed. They know you just need to get in. LaRoche. Will she take a shot? She does. And that's right there waiting for it in the arms of Bailey Dean.
Again, Dean has really not been challenged with the shots we've seen. They've just gone, you know, right at her, almost floated into her hands. So I'd love to see some, either another pass there or some strikes that, you know, make her do something. See how good she really is.
Schuster with some strong play. Bussy room to run.
And there's the overlapping run from Guthrie.
Anderson out wide to Guthrie, and it's cleared out nicely. It's Brianna Eads.
Guthrie's got to make her way back as
Here's Kylie
Gamecocks,
Wells.
making that counter.
Kate Weissman, a nice takeaway.
And then just the last pass, just not where it needs to be.
Bagosi looks to turn. Popped up high by Spray.
Well kept in by Wiseman on the far side.
Plays up ahead to Watts.
Watts not quite as comfortable on that side with the left foot, but still doing a really good job to run at players. Look at that effort there to close Wiseman down.
Wiseman pressured by Bagosi. Still with it. Out wide to Watts. Watts sends a charge in with the left foot. Oh,
the
on
angle.
top of the net. Berta Burgess-Donor checks in.
I'm not sure that lady knows she's on the field.
I believe that you are correct, Amy. We have a...
Not a streaker, thankfully. She's got clothes on, but she's definitely on the pitch.
I'm not quite sure what she was
Maybe it's
thinking.
the lines. It's the lines, Ben. You know, the football lines are white and over there, and I think she thought that was the pitch there.
Called her off guard a little bit. Spectator made her aware. Luckily, the action was on the other side.
Now, I'm always tempted to get out there myself.
Well, we do keep you tethered down with a headset.
Have to.
Here we go. Here's Wells. 2 goals the other night.
It's my ball and chain. It keeps me planted. Good challenge.
Here's
Kept
Weissman.
her eyes on that really well. That's great ball because she's onside.
And way out of net, it's Bailey Dean to clean it up.
Yeah, Dean did great to come off a line quickly. She had to. Couldn't use her hands, obviously, but did a good job to come and get that ball out of the area.
Anderson.
Great.
Turns to run.
It was a nice
Sadler defending.
Nice use of just the kind of stepping over the ball to let it run.
Arnis Eggersdaughter checks in. And a sub for North Alabama. It's Abby Patterson checking in.
It must be warmer than we think. They're getting some hydration from the sidelines on there. We're in this tent. It's probably a little hotter running around out there.
We've got a little bit of shade.
But still a beautiful day as to some of the, August and September days we have here in Florence, Alabama. So this is still nice out there.
Schuster loses it. The Gamecocks try to counter.
That was almost a really good opportunity for the Gamecocks. Didn't quite get her head up. She had players streaming forward. And then
here's Weissman. Look at her.
LaRoche did a good job to win.
Out wide. Crosses. Cleared out by Still. Header by Kellett. Weissman running free. Takes a strike, a one-hopper, and again, Bailey Dean's there.
Good idea to try and get that low Low strike, not give her too much time. That's dangerous right there.
Callie Wells, room to run.
Oh, that's a good
foot race. Hooten and Ebert.
And Ebert, and good, well kept in from Bussey. Makes something out of a clearance. That's a pretty pass.
No one on the other end for North Alabama.
I thought it was a little wider and maybe towards Anderson.
Final 7 minutes. See legs start to give just a little bit.
Referee's laughing at something. Maybe him and his officials are having a little private conversation we don't know about.
Ball pinballs around, finds its way back to North Alabama. Anderson thought about it, now she takes it. Cleared away by Sadler, foot race for it.
Sadler took that one right to the gut, did a good job because it looked to be on target.
We've seen some players absorb some shots this afternoon.
Good pressure from the Gamecocks. Lions able to keep a hold of it.
Back to Anderson. Bussey in traffic. Fancy footwork. Schuster with a left-footed strike, and that's just wide.
Always good to give Schuster the ball right there. She can definitely strike it. I think you're right. I think there's some tired legs out there.
Especially when you think back to Thursday night and the cool weather that we had underneath the lights. Yeah, you got 2 days to recover, but you see some sluggishness in the Sunday games. Cleared out by Dean. I shouldn't say sluggishness. That's not fair.
Yeah, because me and you out there, we'd do a lot better, wouldn't
Exactly.
we?
You see the legs. You see the legs give way faster. That's nicer.
No, yeah, and then and they've just played a very intense game on Thursday. Worked really hard then, and then come back out here and have to do it all again.
I apologize for every player on the pitch.
I think I told you when we did the alumni game in the spring, my mind was still sharp, but my legs just absolutely gave way. So, when I sit here, I have to watch myself too. I'm like, oh, come on, you make that. You can keep that ball in. But sometimes it's a lot. Well, it's always a lot harder than we make it sound. But they make it look so easy too. Look at that, Bussey. She just turns and spins players. They're fast. They're all in shape. So that's, I think, sometimes why we say as we do, because we've seen them all play at such a high level.
Lexi Duca enters for Alice Bussey. Tumble helps North Alabama get it back with 3.5 minutes left.
Guthrie's got a good throw here too, so if they can maybe flip it on. It's good work from Duca. She had players all around her and was still able to come out with a throw in.
High ball from Anderson, easy snag for Dean.
Just 3 minutes, Ben. The Lions need to stay concentrated. Don't need to let anything here at the end. It's a good headed ball from LaRoche. Jacksonville just working it down there. Throw-ins.
Late opportunity for Jacksonville State.
Just that. Both teams have had a couple of times where that last pass or shot is just not been what they needed. They'll both have to sharpen that up for the second half.
Can one of these teams make a 2-minute push?
I really think a goal would energize either team. Nope, still in.
Anderson working hard against Sadler.
Schuster trying to bring it back down on the ground, find feet.
90 seconds left. Burgess Donner trying to create something for the Gamecocks. Look at her run. Ebert gives chase. A nice defensive work for Morgan Ebert.
Give Keller a quick shout out too. That's not the position she's used to, and she's a different player than Anderson. Maybe not quite as fast running, but still very strong. And so to settle in there and take up that position, kudos to her.
Closing minute of this opening half.
"30 seconds is enough time for a goal if we're not careful, though."
Sadler trying to give the Gamecocks one final run. Here's Wells.
Well done from
Look
Grace
at Lansing.
Absolute strength, power there.
10 seconds left. And that foul call will about bring the half to a close. North Alabama posts 10 shots, 1 for the Gamecocks. Buzzer sounds, each goalie's halfway to a clean sheet. We've got no score, 45 minutes complete. We'll take a timeout from Florence.
Keeper's doing fine. She's going to want to keep, just gobbling everything up. But then for JSU going forward, they've got to be a little bit more creative and to get past the Lions defense.
Here we go. North Alabama's ready to get this second half underway. 10 shots for North Alabama, just 1 for Jacksonville State. And here we go, 45 minutes away. Can Peyton Yates and Bailey Dean keep each team off the board? Of course, for Peyton Yates, if she can boast one more shutout, would be a school record 9 shutouts in a single season.
I mean, yep, that's what she's here to do. That's what she wants to do. She wants to win this game. It'd be nice to, get that honor to go along with it. You out there, that's what you want to do anyway. So to get yourself a little honorable mention for that would be fun.
Anderson off the ricochet, goes to work, takes a shot, and it's headed away. And a corner opportunity for North Alabama.
Don't tell anyone, Ben, but I scored an own goal like that once. Not at the college level, thankfully.
Brooklyn still got the head on it. I don't know what you're talking about, Amy. I don't remember that.
No, it definitely wasn't here, but back home I definitely jumped, head the ball, and it sent my goalie the wrong way, and I scored my own goal.
Here's Kate Weissman's corner. Little
there
wide.
We go.
Schuster's header, however.
Great headed down.
And we flipped to the other side.
That was nice. Schuster got above the ball, headed it down. Lots of bodies in the way. It couldn't quite get through, but the Lions will have another stab at it.
Weissman works corner to corner. Good high lofted ball. Ebert got a foot on it, but it's Mejia sprinting for the Gamecocks.
Doing a nice job of turning Alana Watts inside out there to keep the ball, but only as far as Guthrie.
4 corner kicks for North Alabama to go with the 10 shots.
This is some nice football. Ooh, last ball there, that was a little bit light.
Gamecocks trying for the counter. Foot race here. Lontoon and Kellett. Kellett playing in place of Malin Anderson, who exited.
Ooh, that was a bobbling ball back to Yates, who dealt with it.
Watts sends it out wide to Guthrie. Look at Guthrie's speed.
Yeah, she's
still running.
Oh,
inside.
She really is perfect for that role. Her tenacity, speed, got some footwork too, but then also can get back and defend really well.
The Gamecocks have numbers.
Yeah, they've got a few forward.
Wells sends it through, top of the box to Thomas.
Ooh, and
Perhaps
thank goodness.
the best look for the Gamecocks.
Thank goodness for the Lions that she couldn't get that one on target. She went to side foot it and place it top corner. Wasn't good enough, but a really good look for JSU. They got the ball downfield quickly. They got numbers forward while UNA was still backtracking, and was able to get a shot off.
Here goes Watts.
JSU doing a good job of getting options forward. They got lots one out on this side in a lot of space.
Couldn't quite find the connection to Thomas. Anderson takes a tumble. Hope Linsing kicks it away.
Nice ball down to Anderson.
Guthrie goes to work on that far side.
Should be a corner.
The Lions get the corner. Romano was the Gamecock there. 5 minutes into the second half, 3 corner tries for North Alabama now. Can Kate Weissman find the placement?
And can a white shirt get on the end of this ball and put it in the back of the goal?
High ball in. Headed by Linsing, cleared out by the Gamecocks, however. I think that was Eads that might have had the saving header. Ebert able to corral it back for North Alabama.
Bussy will get
Bussy
herself
goes
another.
to work.
Got to be a headed ball one. And the second ball. Good job from the Lions there. Got to win those when give your team time to get back.
Anderson tries to get it inside. Eads defending.
Eads with a really important touch. The Lions are no strangers to getting goals with their head.
This is the 60th corner of the season for North Alabama.
Wow. Oh, a good ball in.
Here it is. Just misses everybody. And a foul call against North Alabama.
And was that Eads again that was going up trying to win that ball? I believe it was.
She's been everywhere.
Yeah, been important today, excuse me.
Right now the Gamecocks have survived 10 North Alabama shots and 6 corners.
The first touch is leaving a little bit to be desired there too.
Schuster has it taken away. Here's Allie Thomas.
She's starting to curve a run, number 27 on this side, trying to stay on side behind Kellett.
The counter for Jacksonville State. Bugosi hits that one off of Guthrie. And here's just the second corner opportunity for Jacksonville State.
It's almost like watching tennis. Down one end, corner at the other. Just moving my head.
Corner to corner.
End-to-end stuff.
Kylie Wells lines up. Wells sends it low.
Ooh.
Pinball's around.
Got past a lot.
Eads drops it out. A strike on the way. Little wine from Manoit.
Again, both goalkeepers will be fine if those are the kind of shots they have to deal with that just kind of float into them from far out where they've got plenty of time to look and get themselves set. Good hustle from JSU.
Kathleen LaRoche re-enters. Watts to the bench. Amy, we haven't mentioned it yet, but for North Alabama, this is one of the first Sunday matches they've played in a while without rain.
Yes.
Had several delays this season, even last week against the Liberty.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful day out today. Looking for feet. That's better from JSU.
Eads punches it out wide. Ball crawls through. Peyton Yates races out. We've seen a couple of good advances from Jacksonville State the last few possessions.
Yeah, it's absolutely been better. They're finding feet a little bit more. Again, just lacking the last touch or the last shot, but definitely more positive. They're switching the field quicker.
Great footwork from Anderson. And the foul call against Brooklyn Still.
Almost a second late, but glad he gave that.
Hope Linsing sent to send it away. I did it again. Grace Linsing.
I'm sure they've never been confused before between the two of them.
Cleared away by the Gamecocks.
This one's got to close down. Oh, nice switch of the field. Good eye there.
Brianna Eads starts the advance. Tried to find Bugosi there. Kept alive by Romano. Here's her run.
I feel like their movement's a little bit better, giving more options.
Bugosi a strike. Easy stop for Peyton Save. Peyton Yates. Peyton Saves.
We've called her Peyton Saves before. You might as well change your name to that, because it is what she does.
Leads the A-Sun in saves.
Good up.
Olivia Anderson races down the sideline. Nicely played by Manoit.
Thank goodness for Grace Linsing there, because that was a pretty run looking to thread through the defenders. Got to send that a little.
LaRoche goes down. That was spray for Jacksonville State.
That's some nice work from UNA. Really
Bussey
good.
breaks away, takes a shot from way outside, headed out.
That was almost a opposite from Thursday night with Bussey trying to find Anderson in the middle.
Foot race for this one. Look at this. Thomas.
Yes, what a challenge.
And a yellow card issued.
She got all the ball.
To Grace Linsing.
It was a perfectly timed challenge, unless he's pulling it back for something else.
There was some jersey tugging. Allie Thomas was running. Another look here.
Where is he? Let's see. That's perfectly timed, but where's he giving the free
There was
kick?
a tug right at the start of that.
Just outside the 18.
Big opportunity for Jacksonville State. They scored on a free kick against Central Arkansas just the other night. Kylie Wells had the strike. She scored 2. Here she goes. Yates races out. There's the punch. Ball finds its way back out to Jacksonville State.
Good pressure from the white shirts.
Amy, are we seeing more aggression from Jacksonville State the last 10 minutes or so? I
feel like they've definitely stepped up this second half. They've got a bit more intensity about them. And it's doing them favours that they're getting forward. They've definitely been in UNA's half more than they were for the whole of the first half.
Morgan Ebert gets in the way of that one.
Lions have got to get a hold of this game and start playing their football again, passing it around. Because JSU's not going to just give it to him. Not just going to lay down. If you can
Anderson
send her
turns
early.
To sprint.
Need an early ball out wide to Weisman.
Weisman wide, Linsing inside.
Just one too many.
LaRoche wanted to strike that one.
Yeah, well closed down from, and again, another red shirt.
Anderson goes down. Too much aggression right there from Benoit.
So I feel like then Anderson was waiting for the ball to come to her instead of maybe step into it, and she was just going for the ball.
I mean, what are they saying in that situation right there? Is he explaining
Don't do it
why?
again. Don't do that again. That's your last one, and you'll be in the book next time. Nothing late. You got to go for the ball. Because she tried to go through us, so the ball's on the other side of Anderson. She really didn't have much of a hope of getting it, and she just kind of went straight through her. It just, it just is funny. One end you get a yellow card for a jersey pull, and then you don't give nothing at the other. You just got to be consistent. That's a great shot.
Weisman, strong kick. Oh, just too high.
Just a little over.
Weisman upset with herself afterwards. Kimberly McPherson returns. Montana Merkel checks in for the first time. Lexi Duca enters.
Yeah, Ben, I think he could have at the other end, had a word with Linsing too. I don't think he had to go straight to his pocket that time. Good challenge.
Awarded to Jacksonville State, North Alabama. We roll along into the 60th minute, still scoreless. 11-5, the shots in favor of North Alabama, but it's 4-1 Jacksonville State shot total here in this second half. I believe again Alice Bussey for the foul call.
Almost an unexpected backwards header there.
Ball in the box. Yates comes out. Collision with Thomas.
Oh, my gosh.
And this is a big swing right here.
You know, if he thinks that she stopped a goal-scoring opportunity in her area and that she deliberately came and took her out, he really should be reaching for a red card and sending her off. So, not sure what he was thinking. She came out for the ball.
And here we go. Brianna Eads comes in to take this 1-on-1. The ASUN leader in saves. Brianna Eads a chance to put Jacksonville State on the board.
She's pretty straight up running at that, though.
Eads lines it up. Takes the strike. She finds the left corner. Jacksonville State gets on the board.
Did a good job, you see here. She sends it the wrong way, picks the bottom corner, and it's well taken. That's exactly what they teach you to do as you know, growing up, pick a corner, and she did that.
Her first goal of the season. Jacksonville State outshot 10-1 in the first half. Coming to life here in this one. Just the second career goal for the senior Eads.
And you know, sometimes, Ben, like on Thursday night when you and I had 20-plus shots, sometimes all it takes is one down at the other end, and that's when, you know, the scores on the paper don't quite give you what happened in the game.
North Alabama looking for an answer. The Lions can continue the advance. Duca turns to run. Look at all the red jerseys back.
They're doing a very good job of that, actually, to get back and behind the ball, cut, you know, clogs up the space.
So the PK from Brianna Eads, the difference maker right now. Now North Alabama plays from behind. I see a quick toss in.
Good turn there from Anderson.
Anderson, cross him. Substitution for North Alabama. Chloe Fell enters. Fell playing in her 9th game. This is not the first meeting between North Alabama and Jacksonville State this week. The two football programs will meet over in Madison at Toyota Stadium. Anderson charges in.
Options in the middle. There it is!
Ties this ball game up. The assist from Anderson. Fell just entered, and we're all knotted up at 1.
You know, Chloe Fell, when she plays, we'll see here again. Beautiful look up to find her, and well placed by Fell. It's almost like it's easy. She just does everything. Slow motion's not the right word. I guess composed and calm, and she just struck that ball across the goalkeeper like it was nothing. Great work from Anderson to find her. She's going to be an important player. Not only can she, you know, make things happen, she gets assists too.
2 minutes and 55 seconds after Jacksonville State scored on the PK.
Game on, Ben.
Chloe Fell had been in the ball game.
That's a good run from Wiseman. She keeps looking to find the space in behind this defender. Look at the overlap here. Great run from Bussey. She came a long way to make that run.
Bussey looking for another for North Alabama. Fell had been in the contest, Amy, for all of 1 minute and 24 seconds.
Make yourself known. That's what you want to do, is you come on as a substitute. Absolutely. Good job to her. I've been willing that from her since she got here. That was
Wiseman, nice shot.
Swing that in quick.
And what a big goal for Chloe Fell, Amy. She got injured last season.
I know, it's terrible to see.
First goal since 2020.
Really happy to see that for her. Hope that gives her that confidence to get in there and start, making herself known when she gets these opportunities.
New energy for North Alabama. Wiseman,
good
cross.
Ball.
Headed away on the backside. Bussey, a missed strike.
But it's still there.
Out wide to Wiseman, who's waiting on him. Wiseman wanted to leave it out to Duca, not quite on the same page. Chloe Fell had the nasty knee injury last season, worked
I think, was it after
so
a
hard.
really rainy
Jackson
delay?
State.
And she'd had a good game. I believe the whole team had played really well that game too, and just, it's hard seeing players get injured.
You could come out here any day of the week throughout this spring and summer. She rehabbed and she'd be out here working.
Yeah, you've got to. Knee injuries, they're tough. You've got to really strengthen around to support those ligaments and get your muscles strong around it.
Bussey a shot. And again, the Gamecocks deny it. Luca has it deflected. Here's Lantoon.
Well, she's going to let that run, and it's going to be a foot race.
Allie Thomas works on Merkel.
That's good.
Morgan Ebert's there.
That shoulder to shoulder. She won the ball. I was short, okay? I played hard and I ran into players too, and I didn't care what size they were. But sometimes I feel like some of the bigger players, they almost get called for stuff when someone falls off him, because I was watching absolute shoulder to shoulder, both going for the ball. Ball was in reach of both players. She got the ball and the other player fell over.
Here's Brooklyn Still. Good ball. Yates, a nice save.
Yeah, that was a nice lofted ball in, right on target. Yates did good. She came up, snatched it out the air. Right, who wants it first?
Played off the heel of Lantoon, but it's Duca with him.
I kind of thought she was going to try that, but it just, her teammate wasn't aware. Lions taking the time, just reshaping, try and play their football much better. Good leave.
Duca lets it go for Wiseman. She has it in space. Her cross through right in the waiting arms of Bailey Dean. You can feel a different intensity from North Alabama since the Jacksonville State goal.
Right, and that's what they need to keep playing with that, because that's when they're dangerous, when they're intense and working hard for everything.
Look at the shoulder from Hannah Guthrie.
That one was a foul, okay, Ben? That one was. The ball went in playing distance. Fine, foul, give it. Good lofted ball in. Good header one.
Mejia looking for something for Jacksonville State. Nice ball, but it's Peyton Yates diving over.
Mejia showed some nice footwork today and good vision to try and slot some passes through.
Duca gets it back.
Like to see the Lions do that, because the first touch from JSU has not been. Oh, now that needs to be a card. He needs to go in his pocket and do the same thing that he did down at the other end. He's already warned her. There we go.
And he heard you, Amy.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad he did, because you've got to get a hold of those. You know, we don't want anybody getting injured. And Anderson was in. She was about to cut and turn in on goal. She's probably going to draw a lot of those fouls because she is so fast in her footwork. She's just quicker than some of the players she's going to be playing against. And they're going to leave that leg in there.
It's Lexi Duca to take the kick.
Need to find a nice ball in, let the Lions crash onto it. There it
There's
is.
the strike. Kate Weissman's there. And it's quickly shot away by Brooklyn Still.
And that's that again. She got two players trying to sandwich him because she's stronger than him and bigger than him. Got the foul against her. She they bounced off the sides of her after they tried to foul her. Well done from Merkel. Good pass.
Chloe Fell navigates it. Duca. Fell, a strike, deflected around.
I feel like Fell could really do that, you know, with her strength in there and just hold that ball up, get her head up and pick players out and feed players from that roll up top, as well as strike the ball. It's better from the Lions winning those first balls. Good look from Kellett.
Quick throw in from Kellett, but Minoit's there.
Oh, she's going to give a corner if she's not careful.
Finally, works it away from Weissman. And the aggressiveness from North Alabama continues.
And it's paying off, Ben. Winning those first and second balls and closing down quick. You see that they've spent a lot more time down in their opposition's end. Well done, good work from Anderson.
Earns another corner for North Alabama. This is the 8th.
She's been a bit knocked around today, but she's still out there fighting. And having Duca out there gives Kate Weissman a chance to be more in the action. It's a good ball.
Duca,
Get in!
A screamer. Merkel, the header, and the Gamecocks.
That's where Merkel's really going to come up and not surprise you, but do well, because she was ready to fling everything at the ball. She got up, got over it, headed it down.
Morgan Ebert was working for the corner. Instead, it goes to Jacksonville State. Nicely done by Romano over there. Burgess Donor returns. 3 Gamecocks re-enter. Fresh legs, ready for the final push. Got ourselves a tight A-Sun contest.
That's why, you know, conference games are fun. You know, this definitely more on the line, but you want to leave it all out there.
Anderson.
Dangerous
Look
place.
at this. In the box, Anderson goes down, still loose.
And he's give it.
And North Alabama with a big opportunity here.
Anderson has absolutely battled today. Again, she's quick and she's tough. Oh, Fell wants number 2.
Chloe Fell set to take the PK.
She said, give it to me. You know, it takes a lot to step up in these moments and take it, because penalties aren't always fun.
Fell.
Does
it again for North Alabama, and the Lions take the lead.
Right down the middle. You know, sometimes that's a dangerous one to choose, as you see here, because you hope the goalie Goalie picks the side, but she's already dove, and Fell struck that really nicely. Kudos to her. The Lions like to score 2 in games. When they start scoring, they like to get at least 2 in a game.
Chloe Fell had 2 goals in the 2020 season. Injured halfway through the 2021 campaign, and here she is. 2 big conference goals for her squad.
So glad to see for her too.
North Alabama's back on top for the first time.
You see Coach over there, he's kind of, moving signs like, come on, keep this intensity, get everyone fired up, and that's where the Lions need to stay in this spot and fired up.
The Gamecocks look for the answer now. They need it. Kept alive.
Yeah, they tried to
Yates.
Answer pretty quickly. They went right back down the other end. This is why football is so fun, at least for me anyway, Ben. We went from 0-0 for a long time, and then kind of against the run of play and with a questionable decision, the Gamecocks took the advantage, and now the Lions are battling back, and they've taken the lead. Oh.
Big collision there. I think Fell caught more of Kate Weissman than anybody.
And that's what I'm talking about. She is so strong, and she is good, and look at that pretty ball off the outside of her foot.
Tried to serve it right back to Weissman, but again, Manoid is there.
I think this is great. We've got players out there for the Lions that we don't always see. Merkel, Fell, Duca, and they've all come on, stepped up, and are working really hard. And the Lions have been rewarded by their hard work so far.
Alana Watts checks in. Looks like she's entering for Kate Weissman.
And for a coach to see your players that don't always, start, and some that are playing out of position, to be out there and fighting hard and making things happen, that's going to be really positive for him. It's going to be a throw-in. Ben, you ready?
It's towards you, Amy. Chloe Fell has played 11 minutes. She's found the back of the net twice.
Not a bad record, that is it.
What about Kate Weissman, the captain, looking at Chloe Fell and saying, you take it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're feeling it and you're ready and you want to step up, let her take it. She already had the one. They know what they do in practice, and she took it very well. And that's good as a leader too, get that confidence of your players up, show that you're confident in her. And Wiseman has worked very hard today, as she does week in, week out, leading by example out there. I know she's not had as many goals recently, but that's not what it's all about. She really leads her team well.
Merkel nearly had it. It's a throw-in for Jacksonville State.
Got to watch that one there, Charlotte Kellett. Just let her get in front of her.
Kellett and Bagosi go to work. Kellett took a tumble.
Just fell over the back of the JSU player's legs, I believe.
Amy, what about the job of Charlotte Kellett? We don't normally see her in this spot, filling in for Malin Anderson, who left early.
No, and it's not easy to play a position that you're not used to sometimes. So, she usually plays further forward with the ball going away from her. So with the ball coming at her, she's done a good job standing players up. She's not going to do everything the same way that Anderson did. Anderson's a very quick runner up and down the field, but Kellett's strong and she's got a good eye, and she's stepped up and playing that position well. Fell's legs just reach anywhere by the looks of it. Looking for the corner flag, making that run, Alana Watts.
Duca, Fell, Kellett all coming off the bench. Montana Merkel. I saw Catherine LaRoche there in the opening half. A little in this second half. Abby Patterson as well. The North Alabama bench coming up big.
Oh, miss kick there.
Skied up by Grace Linsing. Here comes Mejia.
Good job from Alana Watts.
Look at Watts.
And they're on the counter-attack. That's a pretty ball through to Anderson.
Foot race.
She can't touch her here.
Olivia Anderson pumps
Shoot.
the brakes, has an opening, a shot, and a save from Bailey Dean.
You know, the defender was making a great run back. She had to work hard to catch her up, but she knew she couldn't really touch her there, especially after already giving away a penalty. So she did the right thing.
Got a hawk or something flying above the field. Circling.
What has he seen? Gamecocks, Lions, and Hawks.
Look at this. Here comes Jacksonville State. There's Morgan Ebert. May not be a hawk. I don't know my birds that well.
We just had the Owls, but they left on Thursday. I don't think it's one of those.
Jacksonville State looking.
Lions playing all the birds this weekend. Ooh, a rebound.
Ball ricochets. Jacksonville State trying to stay with it. Ball still in the box.
What? Ooh.
And somehow Peyton Yates saves that one.
What a battle. That's what you can't give in. You got to keep going. And that sometimes you get an unlucky ricochet. And then Peyton Yates was there to get the last laugh there.
Amy, I'm distracted by this bird. He's circling the field. There's something on this field he wants.
Hopefully it doesn't attack anybody. That would be a National Geographic moment.
Bussey finds it back after
Lots
the header.
of white shirts getting forward, but lots of red shirts getting back too.
Closing minutes of this one. Can the Gamecocks find another push? Can North Alabama hang on to make it back-to-back wins? Big throw-in opportunity for North Alabama. Perhaps the Birds just enjoying the game from above.
Bird's eye view. And it kind of makes me think, so a lot of times players used to use electrical tape, used to you know, wrap the socks and the cleats and stuff. And there was one time we were getting finished with a practice and someone had screwed some of that up. And you know, like the cicada bugs? Well, Graham Winkworth didn't like those. And someone threw some tape at him and said, "Hey, Graham, watch, it's a bug." And hearing him screech was a memory that I'll never forget.
Burgess' daughter flips up ahead. Mejia's had some nice runs.
Yep, Guthrie just matching her for speed and coming away the victor with the throw-in. Lions just slowing it down just a little bit. Let's get a breather. You see that? 2 hands in the back, pushed off Chloe Fell.
Eight minutes remaining.
Good touch for JSU. Nice early look.
Burgess' daughter inside.
Just be patient there, Coach.
Out wide, here's Lantoon. And it's Montana Merkel clearing it out.
Ooh.
Gamecocks persistent.
Just got to get that ball cleared out more definitively. Oh,
Watts
almost.
sends it our way. Kimberly McPherson re-enters. More fresh legs for Jacksonville State.
Lions fighting at the back. Just got to get those balls cleared out a little better, a little quicker. There it is.
7 minutes to play. Chloe Fell kind of motioning back. Slow down a little, guys.
Just take your time, have a breather. I think they want to get a sub in too.
Kate Weissman checks back in.
She didn't get much of a rest, did she? Maybe just needed a check on her, a couple of words. Oh.
Merkel looking for Bussy. Look at Bussy turn.
She uses her body so well and her intelligence to kind of just shrug and change her shape so she can, you know, work smarter, not harder, and run onto the ball, let the ball do the work. I see that a lot from the girls at UNA.
6 minutes to play. Bussy goes down.
Is he going for his pocket again?
And there's another yellow card.
So it'd be good to know,
Kylie
maybe you
Wells
can
was
tell
over
me
there.
who's had these yellow cards, because you got to watch, you know, 1, 2 cards and see you find yourself a man down.
Stills and Wells have yellow cards for JSU. For North Alabama, Grace Linsing.
You see Wiseman and Merkel switching spots. Merkel can get up for the head, and then anything that comes out, Wiseman can put on target from there.
Lexi Duca. Handed away by Romana.
Great first touch for the chest.
Bussy has a ricochet shot. And the Gamecocks need to go. 5:30 left.
Ben, just 1 goal. It's still really anyone's game. Good job there.
Look at Lontoon's footwork. A little flash of power.
You know, now Chloe Fell ain't going to be like Olivia Anderson and be, you know, sprinting, chasing players down, but she plays a different way, and we've already seen she's come up and give her Lions, you know, the lead again and got them back in it.
Charlotte Kellett goes down. Tangles with McPherson.
I think he's going to have a word with both players.
Double foul it would appear. .448 remaining. And a yellow card issued.
He's card happy today. You know, we go all season, we don't see any. And then in the last 2 games, we've seen, what, 4 yellows and a red? Or maybe more, because I think there may have been a yellow card in the game on Thursday also. He's not even looking.
Here's Still. High lofted ball in.
Got to be first.
Still loose in the box. Linsing got a leg on it.
Good work. Oh, through 2 legs. Then I've had 1 yellow card my whole career. It was back in England. I was just starting out, and I was playing against like a fast player like Olivia Anderson, and I just kind of got stood up there, and she kind of fell over my foot. Definitely weren't really a yellow card, but I remember having to pay my coach £5. That was the fine, and I had to give him that.
You got fined for it.
That's what everyone had to pay their own. If you got a card, you had to pay your own fines. Oh.
With Alabama right now, just trying to play defense. Gamecocks looking for offense. Under 4 to play. Here's Still. Linsing just got a foot on it. Headed back through, watch out. Here's Bagosi inside.
Wiseman's got time to turn. Keeps it.
Weissman up ahead.
Nice look to switch the field, just get it onto the other side. Lions doing great runs through. Can she find Bussy? Well done from JSU to win that back.
Merkel comes racing in. It's a foul against Jacksonville State. Sends us 3 minutes to play.
I've said it before, and I'm sure I'll say it as many times as Merkel plays. she's willing to sacrifice everything for that ball. She's eyes on the ball, ready to win it, and ready to do whatever she needs to for her teammates.
North Alabama trying to make it back-to-back ASUN conference wins.
You know, that'd be great for the Lions because you got to play to the whistle, ladies. He's not blown. You know, they've worked hard. They've had some results that just didn't go their way, even when they've played well. So to get kind of the rub of the green and win 2 in a row, I'm sure that would make them feel real good.
Weissman, nicely done. There's Eads again.
Oh, and that's a foot race because I think she played her onside, but
Peyton Yates patiently scoops it up. It's time for our Bojangles famous chicken and biscuits. It's bow time. Player of the game, Chloe Fell. 2 goals, one off of a PK, one about a minute and 24 seconds after checking in. She tied it, and then she gave North Alabama the lead.
I think that's fair. You know what? Obviously, these players that have played more minutes and have done. Ooh!
Watch out! This ball scoots across.
And he'll give the foul on Bussy. Man, end-to-end stuff, Ben. You know, I think the Lions have edged it in terms of playing a little bit better, being a little bit more clinical with their passes and more chances. But JSU have stayed in the fight.
Gamecocks have 68 seconds to make a push. Trying to end this road trip with a tie. They welcome in Bellarmine in Eastern Kentucky. Busy stretch for them coming up next week. They play Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday. Bellarmine, EKU, Jacksonville, Lipscomb to close this season.
It's a lot of games.
For North Alabama, the Lions posting back-to-back wins, carries some momentum over to Conway, Arkansas next Sunday, taking on Central Arkansas. Then their home finale, season finale.
Calling that she was out of their area when she picked that up.
Against Jacksonville. Closing 20 seconds. The Gamecocks need a miracle. JSU struck first. North Alabama tied it and then took the lead behind Chloe Fell. Bussy clears it. They begin the 10-second count. A hard-fought match. 2 teams laid it on the line. Amy, it's an impressive homestand for North Alabama. The Lions get a pair of W's.
Yeah, I think they would have been sad if they'd have lost this game today because they were the aggressor and I feel like the stronger team. But